Good morning, everyone. How you guys all doing? Vega here for SerpentX Special Forces. This is a weekly live stream that we do every Saturday around 12 p.m. Prior to Red Panda Mining's crypto mining rig showcase. I believe he comes on at 1 unless he's a little bit delayed. Caffeine and Crypto, I welcome you to join me with a caffeinated drink. If you don't have one already, go get one. I'll wait. I'm joking. I don't have my NOS, but I have my coffee. It's too cold for NOS, and when I say cold, it's not cold. I know some of my northerners and people in Canada are like, this ain't cold. It's like 42 degrees, so. But good morning. Hope all of you are doing well. Hope you've been enjoying these mining profits. Let's see what the live chat's saying. We got Vitalik always in here. Thank you so much. Seth Strata, Mind Your Biz, stopped by. And gave him a shout out yesterday for the Asus B250 mining expert and max voltage. I don't believe that's the same motherboard. I'm not sure. The motherboard that he wants, instead of the PCIe slots, the one buys, they're just a bunch of USB connections, which we found, but it were like $500. PCB guy, thank you for stopping by. Max voltage actually joined us. Me, Crypto Mikkel, Nemesis, Nefarious, Savage Mine. On like a quick PSA, random last minute video that we did earlier this week. I believe it's on DCA Adventures channel because prices are going up for hardware. But we'll talk about that throughout the stream. Tech Man, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, Warren 35. Yeah. This is chilly. I don't even have to heat the house. My mining rigs do it all for me. So Bitcoin is down today. But compared to where it is, this is not even a downturn. We kind of need something like this. We need to trade sideways for a little bit. You can see my alert here that I set for around 39,000. Or excuse me, that's way back. That's 36,936. And that was late last night. And what happened was we had a quick dip down. Or excuse me, that was late the 8th morning, so the following night. We had a quick dip down, then we pulled back up, and then I had another alert for around 3,900, and we hit that. So what I've been doing is anytime it dips to a certain percentage, I just grab $5 of. Yes, I'm mining to earn more Ethereum, more Bitcoin, and altcoins and stuff like that, but it's always good to dollar cost average in. If you have the money, great. If you don't have the money, don't do it. But, you know, $5 here, $10 here, so on and so forth, just adding to the sats that you have in your overall portfolio is a smart idea. But, yeah, we're trading sideways, which is what we want. Altcoin's taking a bit of a hit, but not much as far as what I'm concerned about. Like, I'm happy with where Ethereum's at. I'm happy with what Bitcoin's at. Profits right now for the rigs are pretty good. So we can't complain. I mean, if you had, this doesn't have all my cards on here, but we're averaging, when we were getting earlier this week, around like $40-something, $42, $43 a day. Now we're down a little bit. So, but the dollar average doesn't mean much to me. What I'm concerned about is the actual amount of Ethereum, or the actual amount of Bitcoin, or the actual amount of BitTube Cash and Pharaoh, whatever. That's what I'm worried about. And those amounts that my machines are getting are still the same. The same amount of rewards is still being paid out. How that's valued is what's going up. Okay? So it really does not bother me whatsoever. Before we get into today's news stories and everything, I just want to say, first off, good morning, Savage Mind. But as always, this episode of Caffeine and Crypto, a weekly live stream that we'll do every Saturday morning, is sponsored by, you know it, dogelord.com. And honestly, one of the I got a new subscriber last night that gave me some constructive criticism in the comments, which I'm always open for. I like constructive criticism, just don't be disrespectful. He said, thumbs down because of the shameless plug. for the shirt that I have on Dojo.com. I survived a 2020 GPU drought because they're so hard to get, and the video that I did was trying to build, if we were able to get our hands on 83060 Ti's, what would the pricing be? Check out that video if you haven't. And because I plugged my shirt in there right at the beginning, he said thumbs down for that, but thumbs up for giving solid advice. So I appreciate that. You know, the best thing that I can say, or the most that I can say, is this hardware isn't cheap. And yes, we're mining it, and we can use those profits to pay for hardware, which I have done. But I'm trying to generate revenue with the various videos, live streams that I do to pay for the hardware so I can keep bringing you guys content. I can't always build, like Red Panda did the 83080 mining rigs. I can't afford to do that right now. But we'll see with time how things go. As new GPUs come out, because we got January 12th on the horizon, we'll see if we can get some more. So why is Bitcoin going up, and will it crash soon? What's the next price as it doubles to 40K? So we went from 20K to 40K. Bitcoin prices reach all-time highs above 40,000 less than a month after breaking 20,000 for the first time. Since the start of the most recent rally in October, I believe is when it started. You know, what's going to happen? You know, what is causing this increase in Bitcoin? Demand from institutional buyers. Many of them eyeing Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation, right? We got the stimulus packages. We got a number of things that's happening. The U.S. dollar is kind of going to waste. It's declining in its foreign exchange market. So, you know, I remember hearing something on the news. Let me see here. USD Euro. So I remember when the US dollar was more than a euro, and now one US dollar is only 82 euro, or 82, I guess you could say, what do you call cents in euros? I forgot what they call it. What's quid? And forgive me, my British friends. What's quid? But I mean, we still are the compared currency for all the other currencies throughout the world, but our value is going down, and that's not good. And considering this week's events, I'm not going to get political, but this week's events, you got to say, was pretty stupid. Okay? I don't care who you are, what side you're on, whether you're in our country or not, it was stupid. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I hate politics. It's best. It's good to know your politics. It's good to know your politicians. It's good to know who you're voting for, right? I believe that education is very important, but I hate the cloak and dagger, and I hate the stupidity that unfolds. I hate the fact that you're going to block something just because X, Y, and Z on the bill. That's not really the most important part. It's not something you agree with. But anyways, I hate politics. Let's not talk about it. Don't talk football. Don't talk religion, and don't talk politics. Now it's starting to become, if you're going to go to a family house during Thanksgiving and Christmas, don't talk about crypto. But we want to talk about crypto because we want to get our families engaged. We want to get people in our circles understanding what Bitcoin and various cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology are. We want to educate them. So moving on to what's driving up the price. So we got institutional buyers. The U.S. dollar's decline. We got retail purchases, right? So we got retail like PayPal, ByteTree, Square, so on and so forth. Bitcoin continues to remain volatile, and it will continue to remain volatile for the longest time, right? So Joe says here from Pitbull Capital, cryptocurrency-focused hedge fund. As recently as Monday, he noted after prices had climbed to a new all-time high, they tumbled to almost 7,000. What caused this is people can use lots of leverage, so they can easily get washed out. He sees a correction as possible, though there appear to be plenty of interest buyers around 28,000, so the level might function like a price support. We also have, there hasn't been a single year since 2013 when prices have not fallen at least 25% from a high point. So let's go back right now where we are. If we were to fall, let's say 30%, 25 to 30%, right? So 5% from where we are right now will put us around 30,000. 30% will put us around 28,000. So that's close to what he's mentioning, or what he I guess you could say is speculating. Bitcoin prices could rally 2 to 3 times from their current levels before falling back to about where they are now. And I think this is now January 7th to where they are now. January 7th would have put us at the 37. So yeah, we rallied up to 42. I think the high was 42 something. Yeah, almost 42,000. And then we got a little pullback. The history of financial markets is the history of bubbles. University professor James Angel notes that authorities could move to crimp the Bitcoin rally if they start to get worried that it's becoming a threat. Almost everybody who tries to start their own money does so in competition with a national currency, and usually gets shoved aside by regulators. As I mentioned in a previous theme, the SEC just said, hey, we're going to see how this goes, right? We're going to give you guys 5 years for you guys to do your thing. We're going to monitor, we're going to work with you, and then we're going to come up with some regulation. So I don't believe the regulators want to stifle the growth. They want to work with the growth, because I don't think it would be in the best interest of any government, wherever it is, to get in the way of Bitcoin. They need to work with the growth. They need to hope it grow, maybe grow a little bit more controlled. And what I mean by that is Bitcoin's not going to be recognized as a global currency, or excuse me, a global economy. It is a currency, but economy, until it gets a little bit more stable. And with these volatile swings, the governments aren't going to look too much at it. But I don't care if the government doesn't want to utilize Bitcoin. I want the cryptocurrency to be the people's money. But then we got a lot of the venture capitalists, which I don't care too much about. They're cool, whatever. They help invest in startups. Some of them are scams and IPOs or ICOs or whatever. But some of them actually want to encourage growth. Like there is a few technicians out there working on a product that could help the world, but they don't have the funds to do it. So a venture capitalist comes in, helps them out, and then that project grows into fruition. That's good. But I don't want the 1%ers and the people who already have much of the influence in the world owning a lot of our Bitcoin or a lot of our Ethereum. I want the people to control it, and then the rich and 1%ers can participate. It's our money. It's the people's money. But we got to see how things go. This is one of the reasons why Satoshi wanted to get out of it, is because once he started seeing that, all right, the CIA, the FBI wants to have meetings, the government's taking a look. All right, I'm out. This was our money, and now you guys want to come play in our sandbox. All right, so while we're currently seeing an unequivocal expression in the market's bullish sentiment, a correction could be on the horizon, says Su Cheng, CEO of CF Benchmarks, cryptocurrency provider. This is a natural part of the market mechanics. While it may dampen near-term enthusiasm, it will ensure future price rises remain grounded. And that's what I was talking about. We need to trade sideways. We need to let the altcoins kind of, pick back up and then go from there. This straight up ramp that we were building is not exactly the healthiest. I mean, that's basically a half pipe. Maybe a little bit less steeper than a half pipe. But if we look at the weekly, that is a half pipe. We're just straight up. So we need to progressively build up. Now that we've gotten to this level, we need to trade sideways, let the altcoins catch up, and then go from there. There's likely to be profit taken along the way, causing temporary dips, which I can understand that. I mean, my mom's portfolio she's up 150%, I want to believe, compared to where she bought. And you got to think, I was telling my mom about this in March during Black Thursday, right here. So when Bitcoin dropped down to almost 3,600, I was like, Mom, buy now. Use Cash App, I don't care. Buy now. So she's up. She's certainly up. You know, if we could have spent all 3,600 and get one full Bitcoin, she would have. But you know, don't spend more than you can afford to lose. Not that Bitcoin's going to go anywhere, just don't spend any more than you can afford to lose. And I'll check chat here in just a sec. Let's see. Jay Bohannon. I like Jay Bohannon. He cracks me up on Red streams. Emmanuel, thank you for stopping by. Where is your money? I don't know. Ask Stewie or Brian from Family Guy. Thomas Jackson, thank you for stopping by. Slang for £1. It's $1. Okay. Well, is that what do people really call a buck a buck? And like what's the cents term? So we have $1 and then we have cents. What is the cents term for euros? Is it pence? Like I don't know what you know what? Google's your friend. $100. I guess it's cents. I don't know what people call, like, I don't know what the words quid and pen, I don't know what they mean. All right. I'm sorry. I suck at that. All right. Tech Man, I 100% agree. Vitalik, why you got the alien face? What is going on? They tax when we mine. They tax when we sell. They don't want to ban crypto. No, they don't. Which, look this up. Oh, I can't remember where I saw this. Okay, it was recent. If you sold or bought at least $3,000 within 24 hours, you have to report that. If you sold or bought at least $10,000 within a month, you have to report that. Not saying don't report your stuff. I'm just saying what the limits are to report it. So do under 3,000 in a day and do under 10,000 in a month. But it's Coinbase is working directly with the IRS, so they're gonna know. So if you're selling your crypto on using Coinbase or whatever, they're gonna know. I can't speak for Kraken. I don't think they're working directly with the IRS, but just FYI. So Bitcoin is less risky the higher it goes, says investor Bill Miller on CNBC. Mutual fund titan Bill Miller is talking Bitcoin again. One of the things that's interesting about Bitcoin is that it gets less risky the higher it goes. Some of these large investments have come from firms like MicroStrategy, which have scooped up over 70,000 BTC or Bitcoins with a plan to buy more. A London-based asset manager, Rougher Investment, which dumped $740 million into Bitcoin toward the end of 2020. Payment companies like Square and PayPal are also funneling retail capital into Bitcoin. Q3 2020, for example, Square reported a record $1 billion in Bitcoin revenue via its Cash App mobile wallet. PayPal, after announcing its plan to support Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in October, promptly removed its wait list for the service less than a month later. What? Now remember, if you do use PayPal, you can't like buy and then send it to a wallet. You're going to have to keep your Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies on there. But I will look into that. For those people who are waiting for a pullback, they got it in the first quarter. You could have bought Bitcoin at 4,000 in the first quarter. That's where I was talking about the 3,600, 3,800. Reference Bitcoin's nearly 50% intraday crash in March 2020. But amid Bitcoin's more than 300% rally in 2020, extended by an additional 40% gain already in 2021, Miller said the price of these returns is the asset's volatility. You have to expect that it's going to be very, very volatile. If you can't take the volatility, you probably shouldn't own it. But its volatility is the price you pay for its performance. Still, Miller said earlier this week he thinks markets are underpricing Bitcoin's value proposition as a potential inflation hedge, calling it cash rat poison, a term Warren Buffett famously applied to Bitcoin with an entirely opposing connotation. And all of these articles are going to be linked in the description below if you want to check it out. Don't care about Scaramucci, but I thought this was interesting. Bitcoin rally may be the mother of bubbles, says Bank of America. Oh, good old Bank of America. Con artists in themselves. You know, Bank of America, like, they took money from my account without authorization. Like, you can call it fees and all you want, but if you have to borrow from Peter to pay Paul, as my wife teaches me, you're doing it wrong. Bitcoin prices have doubled in less than a month to more than 40,000. And while cryptocurrency bulls argued this stunning surge is justified, some on Wall Street are warning that this won't end well. They're expecting a hard crash. And sorry for the big pop in your ear. The recent rally may be another case of speculative mania. Bitcoin looks to be the mother of all bubbles, according to Michael Hart. And Peter Schiff called it the same bubble. The same bubble from 2017. So the same bubble from 2017 has lasted all the way through now. I don't think so. Anyways, Harnett points out in a recent report that the dramatic rise in Bitcoin during the past 2 years, a surge of roughly 1,000% since the beginning of 2019, is far greater than the gains for any other asset that have enjoyed massive run-ups in the past few decades. The Bitcoin chasers here are not protecting themselves versus a dollar meltdown. They are simply paying twice as much for an asset that they were at Thanksgiving, or than they were at Thanksgiving, says Michael, whatever his last name, chief market strategist at Jones Trading. Still, the Bitcoin faithful remain convinced that the prices can keep climbing, citing mainstream adoption of cryptocurrencies by the likes of PayPal and Square, if I hear those names anymore, as well as the increased interest from major investors, including Paul Tudor Jones and Stanley Druckenmiller. I know I'm supposed to like be impressed with all these guys, but I'm not. Sorry, guys. I'm sure you're very good at what you do, but I really don't care. Investors mostly shrug off Bank of America's warning Friday. Bitcoin rose slightly. It has surged more than 20% in the past 5 days. So Wall Street and whatever can say whatever they want, but this is, again, our cryptocurrency. This is our money, okay? We do what we want with our money. You want to mine it? Mine it. You want to sell it? Sell it. You want to buy it? Buy it. Crypto Mikkel, what's up, man? I figured you were chilling. You don't have to stop by every episode, but so far you and Savage and Vitalik have always been there. I appreciate you guys. Max Voltage. Jay Bohannon. Let's see here. Jay Bohannon, let's see here. I'll report it anyway. Stay legal and don't give anyone ammo against you. Right. Techman's right. Last thing you want is you file your taxes and a couple months later you get something in the mail. It's from the IRS and they're like, you owe us this, and then you got to pay it back. You don't want that. You don't want that. All right, Jay Bohannon, are there any other exchange that will let your coins be sold for US dollar or a service that have Bitcoin or ETH debit card? Crypto.com. So I got the Crypto.com wallet and card. I got the Cash App, but that doesn't support ETH, it's just Bitcoin. I got the Cash App and card. I got the Robinhood and card. BitPay. Does BitPay support ETH? Because I got the card for that too. BitPay supported currencies. Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum. Yeah. What currencies can I use to pay a BitPay invoice? Yeah. So Ethereum's on there. So BitPay, you could get the card from that. If you're doing it now, it's like $10. So, I don't know. But a lot of people who are trying to avoid government eyes, realistically, would be exchanging those cryptocurrencies that aren't privacy focused to cryptos that are privacy focused and then selling them. But there's a point where you're going to hit where you have to sell back into a currency that is supported on an exchange that might be KYC in order to exchange it for USD. So there's probably a way around it, but that exchange isn't going to be online for long. So you're having to switch exchanges multiple times just to get around it. But yeah, check out those, J Bohan, and let me know. Kraken doesn't have a card, but Kraken, that's where I sold my Zcash way back, and just withdrew it to my bank account. Why Joe Biden's $3 trillion stimulus package could add fuel to Bitcoin's rally. Again, not getting into politics, focusing on the crypto aspect of it. Analysts at UBS Bank believe that the unified government legislator will smooth the path to a more fiscal stimulus. According to an Exos report, President-elect Joe Biden is considering a two-pronged stimulus effort in the form of $2,000 checks for Americans and a tax and infrastructure spending package worth $3 trillion. The new fiscal stimulus is expected to boost inflation, weaken the U.S. dollar, and bring more buyers for scarce assets such as, I think they meant to say scarce asset such as Bitcoin and gold. And I think gold is actually been performing well. The Biden stimulus may add an extra jolt of Bitcoin's price, but nothing more than pushing along a barreling freight train, says Duan Chu, managing reporter for Hong Kong's-based crypto investment Kinetic Capital. Inflation is expected. Market-based measures of inflation have begun factoring in a potential stimulus-driven rise in price pressures in the economy. The 10-year break-even rate, which represents how the bond market foresees long-term inflation, rose to 2.09% on Thursday, the highest level in over 2 years, according to St. Louis Federal Reserve. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I don't want to explain a chart that I don't have a full understanding for. Traders are looking toward dollar weakness that would correlate to further upside for Bitcoin, said Matthew Dibb, co-founder of and CEO of Stacks Funds. Dips, if any, are likely to be short-lived, with technical indicators suggesting little signs of prices nearing a bull market peak. The crypto market will eat Biden's new stimulus up, he says. And I mean, we saw this when the $1,200 went out to everybody, and they were spending it. There was a lot of Coinbase purchases at the $1,200 mark line, whatever you want to call it. So this one's old, but I wanted to just hit on a couple points here. So Ethereum targets 1,000. We're already past 1,000, as you can see. We're around 1,200. What was the high? What was the high that we got to recently? Almost 1,300. Almost 1,300. That's not the all-time high, right? That's certainly not the all-time high. Let's go to the daily. The all-time high was 14, like let's say 1440 was the all-time high. And we only got close to 1,300. And yesterday was a pretty crappy day. Again, Bitcoin took big dip. Ethereum went all the way down to almost 1,000, then picked back up. So we'll have to see how things go. But look how steep that uptrend is. When you have that steep of an uptrend, it can normally mean bad things. But again, if institutions and retailers are getting in, they don't care. They just want to accumulate Bitcoin because they expect Bitcoin to be at X, Y, and Z, or Ethereum to be at X, Y, and Z. Let's say Bitcoin is worth $100,000 by 2022. You buying it, a portion of it at 38,000 isn't anything. You're still going to be up quite a bit. That's why I say you need to be dollar cost averaging. If you can afford to do it, go ahead and grab some more. Let's go back to BTC, USDT. So a lot of people blame Tether, USDT, as one of the reasons why the first Bitcoin bubble went ham, right? Because they were just printing Tether and buying Bitcoin, and there's no third-party audits of, because they say that the dollar is what backs their USDT, but there's no third-party audits verifying that that's true. So they can just print Tether and buy Bitcoin with it without confirming that it's backed by US dollar. So that messed up the 2017 situation with a number of different factors. But this time it's actual buyers. We're buying into Bitcoin. Not all of us, but a lot of the big mainstream people are seeing Bitcoin a little bit more for what it should be seen as, rather than just some speculative item and bubble. It's time for Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano, Chainlink, and more to break all-time high. And this is told by, what's his name? Which is that? Van de Poop? Van de Poop? Van de Pape? I don't know how you say that. I do believe that we're seeing money shift from BTC towards altcoins, and that the Ether has bottomed out on the BTC pair. So probably a continuation of alt season in this quarter with the topping of Bitcoin dominance. So we're expecting some altcoins to kick in there. I know everybody's calling for alt season and stuff like that, but we need Bitcoin to chill out, trade on sideways like that right there. That's what we need, while the altcoins build up some steam. Cardano's doing pretty good. Litecoin had a pretty nice good. You know what sucks? My friend bought Litecoin at this price in 2017, or near this price in 2017, but he got rid of it. He should have stayed. He should have just held long term and then sell it now. Tezos is picking up, but not by much. Where's Chainlink? Chainlink. There it is. Chainlink doing pretty good. What else did he call for? Polkadot. So dot. Where's dot at? Right here. It's doing all right. So Litecoin is up 18% against the largest cryptocurrency, while Bitcoin Cash is 13.3% higher than and Cardano is at 9.7%. And Bitcoin Cash, freaking homeboy Savage, who just donated $10. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you and your live streams, bud. Nah, man. Thank you. Thank you. He actually sent me some Bitcoin Cash, I guess as a test, and I was like, where the heck is this coming from? But yeah, I went to my Coinbase account. Even XRP still struggling on the back of legal action, which, by the way, I sold my XRP. Whatever little bit I had, I just sold it, because it's not going to be supported by certain exchanges, or certain exchanges are delisting it. On a legal action against Ripple, it's finding its feet again with 3.5% daily progress in BTC terms. Bitcoin's overall market cap dominance remains above 70. Let's see what Bitcoin's dominance is right now. Well, actually, I could just look at Coin360. So it's around 70% right here in the bottom. It's still around 70%. So altcoin rally, what we're looking for is the dominance of Bitcoin to dip while the altcoins start to pick up steam. But we don't want Bitcoin to dip in price. We just want the dominance to dip. You see what I'm saying? So that's when we can say, oh, there's our rally. But right now, it's not an altcoin rally, or it's not an altcoin season. Not just yet. So we'll have to see. All right, let's check out some live chat real quick. Tech Man looked at Coinbase for selling ETH. It said 18 bucks for one ETH. That was so wrong. That'd be awesome. If you find a glitch like that, don't be afraid to go for it. Like if you bump into Robinhood, Cash App, Coinbase, and it says, one Bitcoin at $10, and you can actually execute that trade at $10, it is not your fault. It is their system's fault. Get it. Get it. If you can get it at that price, get it. But Savage Man, I really appreciate you. Let's see what he says. People who don't believe in Bitcoin or don't see its value don't truly understand it, and have taken 17 minutes to read a Bitcoin white paper while understanding it was born out of 2008 crisis. And these economic crises are going to continue. The question is, what are you going to do to protect your wealth? Are you going to buy real estate? Well, what happened in 2008? People were buying houses, or banks were lending out loans to people that couldn't pay for the houses. All right. So real estate's okay, right? It's a little bit more stable. You're going to get bonds. Well, we just saw something not too long ago where bonds are not performing well. All right. Are you going to invest in gold? Okay, maybe. Okay. Precious metals. I understand. But you got to mine those precious metals. And it's getting more and more expensive to mine those precious metals. Why? Because we're running out of resources. Right? And not only that, there's huge environmental impacts in mining those precious metals. The biggest concern that I talked about in a past stream is rare earth. The cost to mine rare earth and the cost to recycle the rare earth components. Because rare earth's in everything you got. Look around you right now. Your cell phones. PCB of various components. It's in everything around you. But the cost to recycle it is so expensive that they rather just mine it, which negatively impacts the earth. So we have to find a more efficient way to mine these rare metals or rare earths and precious metals to kind of make it more sustainable for the human race. So while precious metals might be something good, even though, like, let's take a look at what's gold doing, right? So what is it? XUA or XAU versus USD. So it's up to almost two. It's up to, it got close to 2,000. Where's my chart? It peaked out at 1946, right? So yeah, it might be a good investment, but you're not going to see the gains that you're seeing with the cryptocurrency. You wouldn't. Maybe one day, but not right now. At least gold, in my opinion, is a little bit more stable than Bitcoin. Yes. So maybe a little bit in gold, a percentage of your portfolio in gold. Great, whatever. I'm not an investor. This is not financial advice. I'm just saying there are better options out there. And you know, we got to prepare ourselves. I got to prepare. This is how I think about it. This is my family. All right. I got 2 boys and I got a wife. I got to protect my family's wealth. Right. So I'm mostly in crypto. I do have some stocks. I have a 401k for my job. I have life insurance in case I go out to Mexico and get hurt. My wife is taken care of. The kids are taken care of. I have to protect my family. And if you're all in and you're just getting paychecks and you're using that cash to buy clothes, food, and everything that you need, but you're not doing anything else besides that, you're not protecting yourself. You got to protect yourself. So get into Bitcoin. What does it hurt to buy $10 of Bitcoin off of Coinbase or Cash App or Robinhood? Nothing. If you got the extra $10 and you're like, okay, well, I could just write this off. I'm not going to look at it, whatever. And you can put $10 to $20 every month. I guarantee you over time, and I say guarantee, again, not financial advice. I guarantee you, though, over time, if you're 30 right now and you're putting $10 every month into Bitcoin, 10 to 20, I guarantee you by 2025, 2030, or when you're getting close to retiring, that's going to be worth more. I can at least promise you that. But again, not financial advice. I'm just going on my tangent. So enough of my tangent. Square Crypto Funds, Bitcoin developer, improves mining software. Holy crap, Red Panda threw another one in there. Savage never donates to me. This is for you. Happy New Year, health, and success. Thanks, Red Panda. Hey, Red, do you know what the people who in Britain call the cents for euros? So a euro is like $1. But what is the cents? Do you know what that's called? That was one of the questions I had. Like, what is your cents called? You just call it Canadian dollar, and then there's just Canadian cents, right? Canadian cents. That's funny. But I appreciate it. Appreciate it nonetheless. So Square Crypto funds Bitcoin developer improve mining pool software. Square Crypto's latest grant will fund a Bitcoin developer's work on software that could improve how mining collectives power hash power. Yeah, penny cents. That's what I thought, Red. But there's like when I watch some of these British shows, they call it like quid, 10 quid or something. I was like, what is quid? I don't know. I want to know, but I don't know. I wish Crypto Noob was here from the UK. I think he's sleeping because it's late over there. How much time do we have? We got 20 minutes. Okay, we're good. You're here early, Red. You getting ready for your stream? I believe he's going on after us. Yeah, here it is. All right, Lulu. Oh, that is pretty though. Is that a 2,000 watt power supply or 1,000? I can't tell. G3, EVGA 3 G3, G3 PSU. Oh, well, they come in various forms, but I see 3 zeros there. Yeah, I think it's a 1,000 watt one. But that is a pretty sexy setup. Basic shelf, all you need. You know, if you can't find a mining frame somewhere, technically you could build one or get it like a shelf just like this. Go to Home Depot, Sam's Club, whatever, and get like the cheap little $40 five layer shelf. Zip ties and call it a day. But that is pretty nice. Alright, so that's coming on after us if you want to check that out. I'm not going to continue on with the Square crypto funds. I just wanted to mention that. Bitcoin miners see revenue per terahash nearly triple in 3 months. Bitcoin mining revenue has nearly tripled in the past 3 months. In October, miners were earning roughly 0.078 per terahash. What is the Bitcoin network? Bitcoin network hash rate. We are at 149 million. I think that's a million. 149, 123, 123 times $11 million, 11.6 million. Nice. Following BTC's parabolic price rally, the revenue has soared to 265%, reaching 0.284. So 28 cents per terahash. That's not bad. On Thursday. Not since August 2019 has miner revenue reached these levels, according to the data from Luxor Technologies. Bitcoin cut through the 40,000 mark Thursday afternoon, extending its early year gains to well over 30%. We all know all this, but here's the terahash miner revenue per terahash. That's pretty good. 28 cents per terahash. So let's do that again real quick. If it went up to 28 cents. So 149 million terahash right now. 41 mil. What? Good job, Bitcoin miners. I'm glad you stuck with it. I hope you didn't sell all your stuff. Alright, so we got 15 minutes. We got January 12th, CES coming up. We got AMD announcing stuff, Nvidia announcing stuff. Will there be launches on that day? I don't know. I'm hearing whispers, but I can't validate it. So here's what I'm going to say. I have more strong evidence that on January 12th, there will be drops. All right, so we're going to get more supply of AMD GPUs, AMD CPUs, Nvidia GPUs. That I have more confidence in. January 12th, we're going to have more drops. We should have more drops throughout this upcoming week. But will we see new hardware released on January 12th? I doubt it. I doubt that Lisa Su is going to put on this event, talk about their products, and then we're going to be able to buy stuff right then and there. I doubt it, right? So there's probably going to be a date that we're going to be given, a final date to where we can buy. But keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. Obviously, check out the event. I don't plan on doing a live stream, but keep an eye on the channel just in case of coverage for the CES event. But a lot of people are going to be doing it, so I maybe just jump into their chat and check it out. But I am super interested in doing it. It's just I am on call, and I will have to work. So if I'm not doing it, hit your favorite tech tubers, crypto YouTubers to see if they're covering the event. But we should expect some new hardware. Let me check up live chat real quick. Well, Savage, I didn't want your Bitcoin Cash. That's what I was wondering. I don't like Bitcoin Cash because I don't like Bitcoin Cash. It's not because of that other guy that claims he's Satoshi. I don't even know his name. I know his name, but I really don't care. I think I know his name. I forgot it. Craig Wright? Yeah. See, I just gave him legitimacy by mentioning his name and the word Bitcoin in the same sentence. See? This is why I don't like saying it. All right. Red Panda, Savage, play nice with each other. Quid, yeah. £1 or 1 quid. Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure, but it sounds familiar. Yeah, I guess 1 quid is £1. So a pound, but I was wondering what this, I'll figure it out. It's going to drive me crazy now. Alright, I'll hold it down till you get back, Red. Keep doing your thing. PCB guy, what is called a quid? Quid is a slang expression for British pound sterling. Okay, so quid is equivalent to the pound. Or British pound, which is the currency of the United Kingdom. Quid equals 100 pence. Pence! So pennies, pence. Finally. Good God. That was driving me nuts. Crypto Jason, thank you for stopping by. Vitalik. What is up with your weird emojis, bro? Europe sent me. Crypto Nuffy, wow. Thank you, dude. How you doing, man? I gotta catch up with you on the Aeon Discord. Is Red Panda's gonna mail it? No, I would mail if he's gonna do that. He needs to send me like a couple of them. I just need 2 or 3. That'd be very nice. I just need one more. I want one more 3060 Ti, and then I want the 6700 XT. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, thank you, Vitalik, for the weird emoji and $5. You're crazy, dude. I appreciate it. All right, so Jay Bohannon's asking Red a question. Anyone that sells a power meter and plugs that Space Go's made for you? That's a good question, Red. Jay Bohannon asked you there because I really like the one that Space Go's made. I don't have a direct connection to Space Goats, but I would like a power meter similar to that. If you do talk to him, Red Panda, if you have time or anything like that. All right, so you guys are all talking to each other. You're good. Oh, I do plan that. The Crypto Nuffy was talking to Red about something. He says need to start changing out the 574 gigabyte cards. He has 63 of them. Crypto Nuffy, I'm pretty sure if you are interested in getting rid of those 574 gig cards, that people in the mining community, if you get on the Aeon Discord or Red Panda's Discord, that people in the mining community are willing to work with you. Obviously, you got to develop a relationship and some trust, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to do that because I myself am going to do the same thing. So not right now, but in the future, I plan on selling the 1660 Ti, 1660 Super. I have 2 of those. The 1070 might go to my son, and then replace those with up-to-date gen GPUs. Not right now, but when I do, the first thing I'm going to do, instead of listing on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, is come to you guys. So I'll let you know as soon as I can what the plan is. But right now, I still want one more 3060 Ti to max out my mix rig on the Nvidia. And then I want to start building up the AMD rig, which the 5700s are all gone or well overpriced. But MSI is showing us the Ventus, nothing new that we've seen, but there's the Ventus 2X, and you can see this dark color charcoal looking scheme that they got going. Then they got the silver and black traditional, and it's nothing new that we haven't seen as far as the Ventus, but this is the initial design of the card. Then we're expecting Nvidia to announce a few key things, right? So the 3080 Ti and the 3060 non-Ti, and then the 3070 Super is expected. And then here's some of the SKUs right here on screen that you can see right now. Here's where I'm disappointed. The 3060 non-Ti is expected to come with 12 gigabytes of memory of GDDR6, not 6X, on a 192-bit bus. Now, here's the thing. That memory doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. I don't think that's valid. If anything, I expect it to be 8 gigs of GDDR6 with the 192-bit bus. If you look at the memory bandwidth, right, so 384 gigabytes per second, if we had this amount of memory, even if we had this amount of memory, because of this bus and because of this bandwidth, we would not be able to mine at the 60 mega hash rate of the 3060 Ti. Because remember, the 3060 Ti mines at the same rate as the 3070, but it's got more cores. But here's the thing. Look at the bus and look at the bandwidth. This is what you're really worried about. Bus and bandwidth, especially when it comes to mining Ethereum, it's all about the memory timings, the efficiency, the bus, the bandwidth, and the memory clock. If we can get that information, that's where Savage Mind, Red Panda, and myself can actually speculate on what the hash rate could be. But without that information, we can't. So with this information in hand, all right, 192, 384, and I'm not going to say 12 gigs, I'm going to say 8. I'm going to throw out the number right now. I'm thinking in my head. Hang on, some math. $52 mega hash. 50, let's say 48 to 52 mega hash. If somebody gets a 3060 non-TI and it has this actual 192-bit bus and this 384 gigabytes per second bandwidth, 48 to 52 mega hash. If somebody gets it, let me know the numbers and hit me up. The 3050 Ti might actually be good, and I hope it comes with this 6 gigs of memory. But eventually what's going to happen, and the reason why I'm selling my 1660 Supers and Ti's, is because that 6 gigs isn't going to be enough anymore. Right? We're breaking past that 4 gig range. 4 gig cards are being unable to mine Ethereum. There's various software and stuff like that, and other coins that you can switch to. But eventually we're going to get up to 6 gigs. And then 8 gigs might not be enough. And this is years down the road. And then 10 gigs might not be enough. But I think by that time, we'll have higher capacities that can take up less space on a PCB. It's just a matter of time. But the more condensed we make these chips, right? Not so much Moore's law, but the more condensed that we make these chips, the more heat that it can possibly output. That's why we're seeing issues with GDDR6 and 6X. I mean, GDDR5X was starting to make it nice and toasty. But now with the 6 and 6X, it's probably going to get even warmer and continue to get warmer. So that's why I'm going to keep preaching that these manufacturers need to freaking add thermal pads to both the front and back. And I got one last thing I want to leave with you guys. I thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I greatly appreciate it. Once again, for anybody new, we do this every Saturday before Red Panda Mining's Crypto Mining Rig Showcase, which comes on at 1 p.m. I go on at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Equate that to whatever your time is in your area. But we talk about cryptocurrency news, cryptocurrency mining, and just have a good time. Drink a caffeinated drink, your energy drink, coffee, whatever you want. So I greatly appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter at SerpentXSF. X is in X-ray, S is in Sam, F is in Frank, if you need the phonetic alphabet. But Nvidia warns Windows gamers of high-severity graphics driver flaws. In all, Nvidia patched flaws tied to 16 SVEs across graphics drivers and vGPUs in their first security update of 2021. Nvidia, which makes gaming-friendly GPUs, which we all know, the vulnerabilities allow bad actors to cripple systems with denial-of-service attacks, escalate privileges, tamper with data, or sniff out sensitive data. It affected its Nvidia graphics drivers, right? For Windows, the graphics driver is used in devices targeted to enthusiast gamers, and the software component that enables the device operating system and programs to use it at a high level, gaming-optimized graphics hardware. Thursday's security update address flaws tied to 16 SVEs overall. The most severe was the SVE 2021-1051. It is an issue with the graphics driver kernel mode layer. This flaw ranks 8.4 out of 10 on the CVSS scale, which is a high severity. Kernel mode is generally reserved for the lowest level, most trusted functions of the operating system. In this case, the layer, and look at the name, guys, because guess what? When you have a driver error while you're mining, that is normally the one that pops up. I'm gonna tell you that right now. NVLDDMKM.sys handler for Digix DDI escape interface contains a glitch where an operation is performed that could be abused to launch a denial of service attack or escalate privileges. Another high severity flaw, SVE 2021-1052, is the same kernel mode layer, right? And it's the same system handler. And what it does is it allows clients to access legacy privilege applications program interfaces. So APIs, legacy APIs. According to Nvidia, this may lead to a denial of service, escalated privilege, or information disclosure. So, you know, I think this is very important, and you need to update your drivers. If you haven't updated, if you are on Windows and you're not on Hive or any type of Linux operating system, check out, I'll go ahead and put this link in the description right now. Go ahead and check this out and make sure you update your drivers to the latest one. Now, I know, just like myself, I have specific drivers that I particularly like and I don't want to update because that's where I get the best hash rate or efficiency. But go ahead and check this out and make sure that your drivers are updated. I believe right now, if we were to go to Nvidia, if I could type in Nvidia drivers, I think it's like 2060 point something. Let's find out right now. Yeah, so 461.09. It was released on the 7th, 2 days ago. So go ahead and make sure that if you're on Windows, that you're on the updated driver. Allowing kernel access or any information, disclosure of information, or attacking with a DDoS or denial of service attack. What it would do for you while you were mining is it might cause crashing, first off, but two, if it discloses information, it can leak that information. So I never keep my private keys or my wallets or my anything on the rigs that I'm mining with, but just be careful, right? So if you for whatever reason somebody was able to exploit that, they could get basic information about your system and probably initiate additional exploits to access main system files. So you just need to be careful, update your drivers, and never keep your wallets, private keys, or anything important on the mining rigs that you're mining with. If you're using Linux and then monitor everything from your main system, great. Just make sure if you're running an Nvidia GPU that you keep up-to-date drivers, okay? Any questions before we get out of here? We got Red Panda Mining coming on in a little bit. Matter of fact, he's going live in 4 minutes, 3 minutes. No last minute questions. I thank you for stopping by. Let me run through chat real quick. Crypto Nuffy says, yeah, I'm going to start selling on Discord locally here in Norway. Yeah, Crypto Nuffy's in Norway. So if he sells, he's going to be selling more than likely local. But he'll let us know. All right, buddy. I appreciate it. All right. Dave EPY. Yeah, no NOS. No NOS. Dig Deep Miner, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, people forget the like button. I get a lot of people that pop in and pop out. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Alright. That's it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. We got Red Panda Mining's live stream coming up here. Make sure you smash the like button. Let them know that we sent you over there. Let's do a Serpent raid. Serpent XSF raid. I'm throwing the link in the live chat. And matter of fact, if you're still here, because there's 33 of you, I'm going to go ahead and drop my Discord link in the live chat for any of you true veterans that's been hanging out with me in general, because I try to keep out the bots. So there's my Discord link. I have stock alerts, all kinds of good stuff in there. Let's head over to Red Panda's stuff. And if you have any questions, comment on any of my videos or hit us up in Discord. You might have to tag me. I appreciate everybody who did a super chat. And yeah, you guys have a great day. I really appreciate you. Oh man, I forgot my RGB. There we go. I just now turned it on. Whoops. Did the whole live stream without it. You guys take care of yourself. Ace K, Techman, Crypto Mikkel, Pavey, J Bohannon, Vitalik, Dig Deep Miner, Crypto Jason, Techman. So many of you. Savage Mind, hit me up. I don't think we're going out to Mexico tonight, but if we do, I'll let you know. Max Voltage, Chan Coin, everybody who's supported this channel, I greatly appreciate it. We'll see you later on this week. If not, next Saturday. I'll be on call, but we're still doing a live stream. You guys take care.